the folks who are at home, and I will repeat this also because it seems to be an often repeated thing I get on social media, we are not taking e-donations or anything over the internet at this time. Now, I have more than adequately explained this, but for those people who tend to be hard of hearing, there is a movement. It's been coming for a long time. This is not new news, basically to eradicate cash. And there are places in the world that have already implemented these ways and diverse technologies that basically let you do business. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's one of the countries, I believe Belgium has already adopted some principle like that where it's become completely cashless. Great surprise, by the way, for a country like that to do that. But there are a lot of things going on in the world that are pressing towards that. So I've said to you, we don't need to be contributing to that. As far as I'm concerned, I'm like the person, you ever see those bikes where they rent them at the beach where 5, 6, 7 people can fit and they're all supposed to pedal? I'm the person where you are all pedaling forward to go cashless. I've got the brakes on. I want to go in reverse, okay? So I am not anti-technology. I am anti to the effect that there are way too many people on the face of this planet who are ignorant of God's word and do not know that ultimately, as it is written in the book of Revelation, we will not be able to buy or sell without this mark. And that mark, by the way, I've said many times, not that the internet or technology in and of itself is bad, but I've said to you there is a connection there which is unmistakable. And now we're looking at globally, if you are unfortunately reading the news around the world, we're looking at, it seems like people are trying to create a global famine. So between trying to eradicate cash and turn us into a digital currency society and the push to basically make a global famine, that we will be dependent on certain foods that are basically genetically modified, really poisonous for the people. There's a real push for a lot of things, and if you're not really recognizing that, the one thing that you can do is you get in, start reading this book, and you realize even if you don't understand it all, there is a plethora of things that point to exactly what's going on right now out in the world. So I'm not going to be a helper to those people who are trying to speed up time. If anything, I believe the Church of Jesus Christ should be a restraining force against the spirit of Antichrist. Until that spirit is removed, we will stand as people of principle, people of law, and people who abide and look to this book for our answers. And I see there's an abundant correlation to the events that go on in today's society and what is prophesied for this old planet in the years or even decades to come. Who knows what that time is? All I can tell you is I'm not going to be helping to speed up the process of Antichrist. I will stand for as long as I can, which means, again, I'm not anti-technology, but I'm saying to you, cash is still king. As long as our dollar does not get killed and become deflated and devalued completely, I think that people need to be a little bit more savvy and understanding. It's great to whip out your credit card or your debit card, but new statistics that just came out said that Americans are in more debt than ever. And why is that? The little plastic card you can hold in your hand, instead of taking an account of what you have in your pocket, much easier to just put it on the plastic and worry about it later. Now, with all that being said, somebody says, well, how do I send an offering then? Well, it's called the good old-fashioned U.S. Postal Service. It still works most of the time. And that's the way we do it here. So if you're interested, or you come, if you attend a service in person, you can drop it off here. But that's the way we do it.
Come into this house, magnify the Lord, lift up holy hands, our hearts in one accord, worship and bow down before Him, exalt His name today. Come into this house,